Live from the Sky News Weather Centre, this is the 10-minute briefing.
Hello and welcome to the 10-minute briefing. I'm Christy Lloyd, joined by our Chief Meteorologist, Tom Saunders.
And on the briefing today, so much to talk about. It's a hot end to spring for southeastern Australia. We have a major rain and flood event later in the week. We've even got heavy showers and storms around Brisbane right now, plus an update on the ash cloud over Bali.
Well, firstly, let's take a look at the current temperatures around the country. It is warming up already in Adelaide, already at 31 degrees, 29 as well in Melbourne.
Yeah, and they're heading towards their hottest temperatures since earlier this year for both Melbourne and Adelaide, and Hobart's about to climb above 20 degrees. They're back up to the high 20s today.
Oh. Now, we have seen a few showers about in Queensland already, particularly around Brisbane, with areas picking up around 16 millimetres of rain just in the last hour or so.
Yeah, more than just a few showers. We've got widespread heavy showers and even thunderstorms at the moment moving across Moreton Bay. You can see on the radar that dark area pushing into the coastal parts of Brisbane, and over the past few hours we have already seen some heavy falls. Everton Hills, a northern suburb, 32 millimetres of rain already. On the north coast, Belinda has picked up 40 millimetres of rain. And also, after a dry start to the morning, Christy, around Sydney, we've now got some light showers which have just pushed onto the coast from the Tasman Sea.
Particularly around northern suburbs in particular. We have seen a few showers around Bondi as well this morning.
Yeah, it looks that way. Look at the radar there over the northern suburbs from Palm Beach down to Manly, and also some showers over the Royal National Park right now. We're not going to see anything probably too heavy though for Sydney, but for Brisbane, those heavy falls continuing today.
Yeah, so more heavy rain on the way for Brisbane. That's due to onshore winds and a trough we also have.
It's all happening there. You've got onshore winds, which is why it's coming in across Moreton Bay. Take a look at that heavy rainfall. Visibility dropping there below about 2,000 metres. Yeah, so we've got the onshore winds. There is a little coastal trough, but there's also an upper trough, which is leading to an unstable atmosphere. And that's why it's not just the showers. We've got thunderstorms as well. Some of those storms could even be severe today through eastern parts of Queensland. There's the risk of flash flooding. There's a ton of moisture coming in off the Coral Sea.
Feels like it's never ending.
Well, it is that time of year, isn't it? But it's been a really good start to the wet season for Queensland. I don't think anyone's complaining, though. Most of Queensland is still in drought.
Yeah.
So even people in the city, you love to get rainfall, green up the grass, get the dams full.
Definitely, definitely. And we've also got some rain about in the southeast as well.
We do today. We'll get to that shortly. But first, let's have a look at the forecast rain for Queensland in the next couple of days. So you can see the easterly airstream, heavy falls for the coast, mainly south of Townsville, flash flooding possible central and southeast Queensland. And then tomorrow, the heaviest rain indicated by the red around that central part of the coast once again. And we'll have isolated storms through the western part of Queensland. I think there's a really good chance that coastal areas just in the next couple of days could see over 50 millimetres.
And of course, the main concern there is flash flooding as a result.
You wouldn't expect damaging winds or hail with that kind of a pattern right now coming off the Coral Sea. It's more flash flooding the risk.
Yeah. So do take care if you are out and about on the roads over the coming days in those areas. And as I mentioned, in the southeast, rain on the way.
There is rain on the way. Before that happens, though, we've got this little storm outbreak. Been going for a week now along the ranges, storms developing, and also in northwest New South Wales. Notice that heavy precipitation this afternoon. Hey, Burke had 44 millimetres from storms yesterday. That was their heaviest rain in over a year. Western South Australia will also see showers and storms today. No storms for Adelaide, Melbourne or Hobart. In fact, Canberra as well looking dry today. But through some parts of the southeast inland, we are going to get some storms. Now, you want to talk about this big rain event, don't you, later in the week?
That's what I want to talk about.
Huge falls on the way. We're thinking even more than a month's worth of rain coming through in around a 2 to 3 day period. Now, this is all due to the humid air that's currently over the southeast. That's come down in a northeasterly. That's going to clash with cold air from the Southern Ocean. That is the result. Widespread heavy rain. We'll have a low forming up on Friday, lingering over southeastern Australia through Saturday and Sunday. And we're going to get torrential falls. There is definitely the risk of flash flooding. And that could include some of the capitals, Hobart, Melbourne, Canberra, maybe even Sydney and Adelaide, but also river flooding, because this is how much we expect altogether over the next 8 days.
Yeah, I mean, that darker red as well as black shading there, indicating over 100 millimetres of rain in the next 8 days. That's quite a bit.
It's a huge amount. Melbourne should see between 50 and 100 millimetres. Their average for December is 59.2 millimetres of rain. Even Adelaide, looking at picking up 25 to 50, they average 29.3 millimetres throughout the whole month of December. And Brisbane, pretty good chance you'll get more than 100 millimetres of rain over the next week. Some of that's falling now, and then again we'll have some heavy rain into the early part of next week for Brisbane. Their average is 128 millimetres, so big falls on the way.
Yeah. Well, sticking in the southeast, we've also got temperatures well above the average at the moment.
Yeah, so we saw the hot conditions developing today and continuing tomorrow with a northerly airstream over southeastern Australia, and it's already been the hottest November on record for Hobart. It looks like it'll be their hottest spring on record. Melbourne, the second hottest November on record, and a very hot finish. So tomorrow's the last day of spring. There's the northerly tomorrow. Red shading shows 35 plus, but it's not a heat wave this time because it won't last 5 days.
No.
You can see the cooler southerly hitting the South Australian coastline already by Friday afternoon, and then also starting to spread through that western part of Victoria. And by Saturday, temperatures dropping below average. It's southerly and widespread rain.
So we've had this gorgeous warm weather right throughout spring, but we are going to see a cool, wet change as soon as summer hits.
Big change, that's for sure. Seasons are kind of flipping, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, I'm sure the heat will return at some point before Christmas.
Here's hoping. Well, we're going to take a very short 60-second break now, but we'll be back with some international weather news.